Hey, what's up? It's your boy Yogi Petch out here with another short flow. Another morning go with young Snickers, the golden retriever and poodle, and Chester, the pirate cat from Portland. So we inhaled, then we exhaled full fold, inhaled to flap the head up so that we could step or jump back, and exhale all the way down, and then inhale, press up, dog, exhale, down dog. This is where it gets real animal-y. Down to your knees and continue exhaling back to child's pose. Starting to warm up the knee joints themselves, collapsing them down, warming up the hips, using the floor to hold them against our body. Inhale back to tabletop. Sit onto the feet. Stretching the ankles, the shins. Curl the toes under. I know earlier I said I like to wait till the planters are warm to stretch them out, but I had already taken a walk this morning and they were pretty warm, so I sat on my heels there to feel a stretch between the front and the back of the foot where that connection lies. Backs of the feet flat on the floor. We're going to do some cat to cow here. Inhale, drop the belly for cow. Neutral spine, wagging our tail. Rounding the spine as we wag the tail. Really, it's like it's a corset that goes all the way up our back, and so we're trying to get each of those little facets to just feel some fluid and movement. Leaning back there now, stretching out the front, twisting to each side. Trying to do so with the breath, so exhale to the side, inhale to center, exhale to the other side. Oops, excuse me. Down to tabletop again. Reach up. Swoop that hand through. Snickers tried to go there with it. Again, this is a twisting exercise using the floor to press against our body. The reach up is important. You want a full breath in there. It's the full exhalation that takes your body through the complete range of movement. Snickers has an advanced affection detection system. If there is affection present, she will detect it and take it. It's one thing I like about her. There, she found some, and she got it. She's doing a puppy pose there. I will too. So it's like a child's pose, but instead of your legs being underneath you, your hips stay over the knee as you sit back and really stretch the lats and the chest. Curl the toes under, inhale to down dog. Hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, step or jump up to the hands. Flat back from being in that position, so then we exhale, full fold. Inhale all the way up, reach up. Exhale down. Samastitihi. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, straighten out the neck, prepare for plank. Exhale, step or jump back, and keep exhaling while you lower down to Chaturanga Dandasana, and then inhale, up dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Holding this for 3 breaths. Videotape yourself if you're doing this flow, and not to post it. I really, there's so much competition out there. But to watch yourself, because I really learned that I need to get my chest drawn more to the floor in my down dog just from watching myself practice. Inhale, step up to the hands. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to your sides. Samastitihi. Third sun A here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Snickers, the lying dog, which looks pretty comfy there. You can see really trying to draw that heart to the mat, or the carpet in this case. Wouldn't yoga carpets be great instead of plastic? You could just roll out your little 7x3 rug. Inhale, reach up. Oops, sorry about that. Exhale, full. Hands down, Samastitihi. Alright, there's 3 sun A's. Just feeling the hands, flexing the shoulders, seeing if I knocked anything actually out of alignment with this stretching. Making sure everything's strong in place. Inhale, reach up, sit back, Utkatasana. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, look at your mat. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. No holding it. Inhale the foot up. Exhale, step through to that hand. Warrior your back foot. Press through the front. Inhale, warrior 1. Traditional sun A here. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Knee over the ankle. Exhale, sweep the foot back. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that other foot up. Step through to that hand. Press through that front foot. Raise up both hands, warrior 1. Exhale, down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One thing that was working for me in this flow was I was really pressing, really not flexing, like just for the sake of tightening, but really trying to be active. And it's amazing how you can go through these movements kind of like a trapeze artist with beautiful flowing movements and achieve great flexibility results. The great thing about yoga though is you can really push while you're doing it and actually achieve some gains in terms of your strength as well. It's really what you need at that time, maybe even that day. Okay, so we held down dog for 3 breaths. We walked the feet up to the hands on an inhale. Exhale, lowered the head, and then inhaled the hands up and sat back, Utkatasana. Full release on the exhale. Now we're inhaling back to Utkatasana. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that foot up. Step through to the thumb again. press through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale down, lower down, vinyasa. Other foot for the sun bee. We raise it up on the inhale. On the exhale, we step it through. Warrior that back foot. Inhale, press through that front leg. Up go the arms. Now this is a lot for one exhale. See, you step, you swoop the leg back, and then you don't inhale till you come up for up dog. If you're having trouble with the sun bees, don't worry, I did as well. The key is to continue practicing, continue working towards that breath that you want to create, and your body will develop the lung capacity. You will also develop the mental calmness, because a lot of times when I felt like I needed to breathe is because my mind was just freaking out, saying, you're moving so much, I'm sure we need to breathe, but it wasn't really the case. So those two combined will get you there. All right, now come out of that sun bee as you normally would. Step or jump to the hands. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, sit back, swoop the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, the standing. Then we take the legs out wide here. That's a horse stance, real wide-legged horse stance. Nobody can push you over in any direction. Inhale, reach up both hands, keeping a bend in the knee. The purpose of here is not to hurt our hamstrings. It's to get the hips to rotate more. So as you can see, I'm using the back of the legs for tractions. I'm trying to pull my shoulders through between the knees, getting my chest all the way wrapped around, looking up at the ceiling between my legs. Inhale, release to flat back. Place a hand down in front of your nose and reach the other hand up. Exhale down. Inhale up, switching hands. Really feel like I needed some rotation at this point. We're going to go through one more time on the breath. Being careful here with the knees, actually. When you're reaching up like that, it's easy for the weight to shift to one side, and we don't necessarily want any knees to get caught off guard. Flap your wings. Look for fish in the waters, you hawk, you amazing eagle. Birds of prey. They eat meat, unlike my vegetarian-fed chickens. I want a carnivorous chicken egg, darn it. Swoop through, dive into the waters, grab your fish, and then inhale up, feet to the front of your mat. Exhale down for pyramid pose. Bring the forehead to the knee if you can. Hold for a breath. Inhale the head up. Exhale, going even deeper. It's a tougher pose than it looks. Probably a little shaking going on in the legs. You really have to press through the front and the back foot. If the front foot doesn't press, the back foot won't stay in contact with the ground. Alright, now lean that weight onto the front foot. Extend the leg. Bring the back leg behind you like it's pressing against a wall. Think about that for balance. Tabletop. Doing some hand movements with that free arm. It's amazing what moving that arm around the center of gravity can do. Alright, exhale that back foot down. Come back to center. Get into a full fold. Really just resetting, getting ready for the other side. As you can see, a lot of almost flowing movements there. Trying to deepen the stretch, but also trying to find areas that have not felt the warmth yet. Now turn the feet towards the back of the mat. Heels are actually relatively in line. The only real stabilizer is the back foot is warriored out somewhat, so you don't fall over as easily. See, I said hello, wave the toes on that front foot. just to make sure I wasn't overstretching. Just make sure there was some slack there. Now let that weight go onto that front foot. Flex the back foot. Think of it against a wall. Standing leg is strong. Some fingers down for balance, otherwise the free hand is rotating around the body, creating additional weight to be compensated for, utilizing different muscle groups. Back to center. One more full fold of, again, always keeping some bend in the knee. Really trying to get our hips to widen here. Walking back further and further as far as you can go. And now look at that. See the head there? It got further than our initial forward fold with the wide-legged stance. All right, now if Snickers weren't there, you'd simply walk your heels in slightly closer together. I had to do a little bit more dramatic of a leg swing. Keep the toes pointed out like warrior toes, and then sit down to your heels with your seat into a yogi squat, pressing against the triceps with the inner knee and vice versa, not to strain your inner hip. It's very easy. Those muscles are sensitive. I know somebody that hurt that badly once, and it was very difficult to deal with. We just want to activate. So what that means is, I'd say 60%. 70 to 80, that's when those types of muscles can get a bit caught off guard. And what happens is the fascia pulls against itself too hard. And so it starts running in the wrong directions. That's why you'll feel a real tightness, a stiffness, a swelling. And that's everything just taking time then to get rearranged. All right, wide-legged out in front of you, seated this time. Reach up with one hand and come over to the opposite foot. Again, just a little bit more folding, a little bit more twisting. Help all the lymphatic fluid get squeezed out. Refreshed white blood cells carrying renewed stores of oxygen and energy, while also helping the blood cells that are carrying away the waste. Yeah, so red is from the heart. That's your energy and your air. But that stuff has to go somewhere after it's been used, and that's your white blood cells. And there is no pump for that. That's your lymphatic system. And there is a pump for it, but it's each individual muscle. So that's why with yoga we do so many different poses, so many different ways, is so that each one of those little tubes can get squished. And what happens is, once it gets squished and drained, then it can make space in the system. All right, we did another forward fold with our feet together, and then we sat towards our heels, shoulders firmly pressing against the ground. Inhale, bring the hips up for bridge. Hold it on the top, exhale back down. We're going to do another bridge here. Big inhale. See, I feel like I got the spacing right with my heels and my shoulders because my knees are over the ankles, and I think that's what you want. I used to get my heels in so close to my seat, like I was taught in yoga school, that my knees would then, to make space for my big old butt, they would have to shoot forward out over the toes or even over the tips of the toes, which I know isn't a good position. So there's probably a great deal of wisdom in the traditional way of doing it that I'm not aware of. But from my 20th century physiomechanical point of view, this feels best. Now we found a bind on that last one, and we rolled the shoulders back, really opening up the chest, getting onto those triceps even instead of the shoulder blades. Heels up to the ceiling, start to drop them forward. As soon as they get heavy, use that momentum to swing them back overhead. Flex the feet into plow. Think of yourself as a plow in the earth. And then inhale, pointing the toes up for shoulder stand. You can see my... I have a hard time getting the legs completely straight coming off the back. They always like to... Yeah, see, I'm working for it. And same thing in your practice. You don't necessarily need a mirror. Just open your eyes and look and see, do I have an angle in my hips right now? And if you do, that's okay. Leave it there if you feel comfortable there. If that's the right position for you, that's fine. If you want to make it better, that's fine. If it's hurting and you need to get out, that's fine. That's the thing about yoga. It's one form of exercise that won't require surgery unless you make it. I guess that's true for all of them. Lower the feet back down to plow. Now, I actually waved them back up. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get better at my shoulder stand. So I'm creasing the knees, extending out, a lot of weight bearing on the lower back there, and then pulling them back up. What that's going to do is it's going to help me get that lower body straight in line with the back, because the back muscles will be stronger. Now I could also help the extensor muscles on the front get stronger. Those abs are pushing the legs up and keeping them straight. So I reverse the motion, coming down with straight legs, creasing the knees, floating the heels back up then. It's a very common move in Pilates. It's a great way to strengthen the lower back. I know it's impossible for so many people. I wouldn't recommend trying it. I couldn't do that 2 years ago, but if you can, it's good for you. Drop the feet back down into plow, and then crease the knees, squeeze the ears, and then roll out. Here we go, Matsyasana, final fish pose, elbows underneath, heels dug into the ground, hips up to the ceiling. Hatha Yoga really likes to finish with the back extensors being activated. And now, it's Shavasana. Arguably the most important part of your practice, because it's great to be practicing in the moment, but it's even better to have that practice permanently imbued within you. And that is what Shavasana does. Do you feel any sweat dripping? Really feel it trace along your skin. Can you feel the air all over your skin? Feel your body. Now, I was going to stay here for a few minutes, but my kitty cat, Chester, had other ideas. And besides, go ahead and turn this all off for as long as you like. Don't fall asleep, but lay still and allow the mind to rest. He's a light cat. It's okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little flow. I appreciate you. We all say bye-bye.